Sometimes, the last chance to save a relationship isn't a conversation. Sometimes, it's a message someone never makes time to hear. Nathan never raised his voice. Whenever something hurt him, he smiled. Whenever he felt disappointed, he kept it to himself. Amelia always believed her husband was simply quiet, never realizing that silence can become the language of someone who has slowly given up hope of being heard. When they first got married, life was beautifully simple. Every Sunday morning they shared coffee on the balcony before the city woke up. Nathan remembered exactly how Amelia liked hers, and every day he hid a handwritten note somewhere in the apartment. Amelia kept every note inside a small wooden box, believing there would always be another one waiting for her tomorrow. As the years passed, Amelia's career began to flourish. Promotions, business trips, endless meetings, and late-night emails slowly filled every corner of her life. Nathan was proud of her and never complained. But little by little, dinner conversations became shorter. Silence lasted longer, and tomorrow always seemed like a better time to reconnect than today. One Friday, Nathan planned a surprise dinner at the little Italian restaurant, where they had celebrated their first wedding anniversary. He arrived early with Amelia's favorite white roses. Just before dinner, she called to say she couldn't come because of an important meeting. Nathan smiled gently and said he understood. After the call, he quietly asked the waiter to pack both meals to go, leaving the flowers behind. Weeks later, Nathan learned that the company where he had worked for nearly 15 years might lay him off. That evening he tried to tell Amelia. Without looking away from her laptop, she asked if they could talk after she finished one email. By the time she closed the computer, Nathan had fallen asleep beside a cold cup of tea. From that night on, he slowly stopped trying to talk. A month later, while waiting at the airport for a business trip, Nathan recorded a voice message. He admitted he missed their Sunday mornings, their coffee on the balcony, and feeling like the most important person in Amelia's life. Before ending the recording, he quietly said, "If I've become quieter, it's not because I stopped loving you. I just didn't know how to ask you to listen anymore." A few minutes later, Amelia's phone vibrated during a meeting. She saw Nathan's voice message, smiled, and thought, "I'll listen tonight." But one meeting became another, one email became 10, and exhaustion one. Tomorrow became next week, then next month. The message slowly disappeared beneath countless notifications, until she completely forgot it had ever been there. Months passed. Nathan was still kind, making coffee every morning and kissing Amelia goodbye before work. But hope had quietly turned into acceptance. One evening, Amelia came home early, hoping they could finally have dinner together. Instead, Nathan silently placed an envelope in front of her. Inside were divorce papers. Through tears, she asked why he had never told her how unhappy he was. Nathan looked at her and softly replied, "I tried. You were always planning to listen later." Nathan's words echoed in Amelia's mind. You were always planning to listen later. Suddenly, she remembered the forgotten voice message. With trembling hands, she searched through months of old notifications until she finally found it. As Nathan's voice filled the silent apartment, every pause sounded like a cry for help. Sitting on the kitchen floor, Amelia listened again and again, realizing how lonely the man she loved had been all along. The next morning, Amelia whispered through tears, "I listened." Nathan smiled sadly. "I never doubted your love. We were just so busy building tomorrow that we forgot to live today." He quietly walked away. Months later, Amelia still opened his handwritten notes, remembering that love fades through postponed conversations and unheard messages. Sometimes the saddest goodbye is the message we always planned to hear tomorrow. Don't wait until it's too late to tell someone you love them.